No, seriously, I started music at the tender age of 7, and I've been playing and teaching and singing all those years and avoiding performing whenever I can. It's not like I didn't have the chance. I mean, I'm married to like a singer's dream of an accompanist, Mr. Marino. And in the 22 years we've been married, it's come up now and then. You know, occasionally when we'd have a drink together. Mark, you know, I really want to sing. I can sing. I know I can sing. You can play. And we can play together. That was drunk Jeanne. I'm drunk Jeanne.
I remember her.
You remember her? So they say you're supposed to, you know, face your fears. Something I never understood. Face your fears. Why would I want to face my fears? That's freaking scary to do that. I don't know. I never understood that. But I decided to try it. I decided I would try. And because I have so many wonderful friends and family, I have a whole table of cousins. Raise your hand if my cousin. I love my cousins. We used to be such a good-looking group, too. But you know, having you here, the room feels very warm, and it's making it easier for me to do this, so thank you. This song's for you guys, or everyone. Anyone firstborn? It's a blessing and a curse being a firstborn. You know why? Because every single parent of every new baby thinks the kid is a freaking genius. Oh my God! Look, he's so alert. The baby has his eyes open. That doesn't mean he's going to be a Rhodes Scholar. I was guilty of it myself. My daughter, my first daughter, most of you know my life story actually, but I'll tell it anyway. My first daughter was from my ex-husband, Arnon, and he and I were Scientologists at the time. So we were positive that in a past life, this kid that we had was queen of several planets. What else do I have here? What else do I have? So, no, seriously. The real reason my parents thought I was a genius, one of the reasons, at the tender age of 4, I knew every single word to this song. I'm going to sing it for you now. So what I'm going to do now is invite my husband and my son to come up. You know, Mark and I have been working together for many years. We have a music teaching studio in our house. And I teach in the great room, and there's the piano in the kitchen, and it's open to the living room and the kitchen. So one time, I'm teaching a little girl, and I had her doing a worksheet at the counter. Mark comes in quietly, tiptoes past us. The kid's concentrating. I'm thinking, wow, this kid's got great concentration. She's only 5 years old. He goes to the kitchen, he goes to the refrigerator, takes out a pudding, a pudding cup, quietly gets a spoon, tiptoes back behind me, goes sits on the couch, and I'm like, this kid is concentrating, I can't believe it. I say to her, honey, you're doing such a great job on this worksheet. She looked up to me and she said, I like pudding. True story. And here's my Marky. He's my silver fox. Another little girl, really little girl. He came in one time, I'm teaching her, and he asked me a question, and then he left, and she turned to me and said, what did your dad want? And here's my son, Alfred Mark Marino. 2 days not good looking. He's our joy, and we're very proud of him. He goes to CW Post, LIU, and I love going to the concerts there, especially the chorus concerts, because all the music majors have to be in the chorus. It's a great chorus, and I get to see all his ex-girlfriends in one fell swoop. Well, first grade, I got straight A's. Big mistake. Huge mistake. My mother compared that first grade report card to every single report card from then after. But you got first grade straight A's. You got straight A's in first grade. So when I tanked in physics in 11th grade, she said it again. She said, Jeannie, you got straight A's in first grade. I said, Ma, physics is a little harder than first grade science. You know, physics you gotta know things, fulcrums and pulleys and formulas and centrifugal whatevers. First grade you just have to know things like air takes up space. So she thought for a minute and she said, air takes up space? My ex-husband. It says what time it is. I'll tell you the what time it is story. When I was about 24 or 23, I moved to California. Left my family and friends, moved to California. Met an Israeli guy. Sorry, Mark, but at the time, he was so exotic. He was from Israel. He had this great accent. I thought an Israeli accent was sexy at the time. Don't ask, I don't know. Anyway, he was exotic, he was charming, he had a smile that could light up a room. And I was just wondering, why is it in love or relationships that something that you initially think is the most adorable thing can end up driving you freaking nuts after a while? He'd say to me, Jeannie, what time it is? I'd be like, oh, isn't that cute? He said what time it is, that's so cute. Fast forward 8 years later, Jeannie, what time it is? It's what time is it? How long have you been in this country? Only Mark basically helped me raise her because we were together from the time she was 4, I think. And I love this girl. She is the bravest woman I know. In her 3rd year of law school, she converted to Judaism. Yes, converted. Then, in October, she moved to Israel. I call her my wandering Jew. You know the Israelis are a nomadic people, you know that, right? So she keeps a kosher home. She fell in love. Okay, of course, she went there, of course she fell in love. I'm very happy for her. His name's Roy. Mark goes, I don't care, we're calling him Roy. So, it's Talia, actually they call it Talia over there, I didn't know, it's Talia and Roy. So they're very happy, and I'm very happy for them. But they have a kosher home, not that they're kosher, but his family is kosher. So she's such a good girl, isn't that good? She keeps a kosher home so that his parents can come over. So I said to her, are you trying to tell me that someday I'm going to have grandchildren that will never have my lasagna? Why are you doing this to me? What is this? No, but seriously, she's very happy, and I'm very, very happy for her.
When is she coming home?
She's not coming home. She wants to live there. And, you know, I figure I gave my firstborn to the Jewish people. It's gotta be, I gotta have credit somewhere. I just know if it's gonna be in heaven or wall bombs, I'm not sure. But seriously, this is for Talia, because we are recording this. She's young, she's in love, she found her country, her man, she found her adventure, and this song's for her and Roy. Speaking of Talia, I have another Talia story. I delight in talking about my Talia. When she turned 18, you know, she's always been very, very, she gets what she wants. She knows what she wants and she gets what she wants. She's a lawyer, she's in Israel, she's doing her thing. Kosher kitchen or not. So, when she was 18, well, right before she turned 18, she said, Mom, I'm gonna go skydiving on my 18th birthday, and I don't need your permission. So I very, very calmly and maturely said, what? You're gonna jump out of a freaking plane? Can't you just smoke a little dope with your friends or something? True story. Mother of the year. True story. Faye. I loved her so much. Love her. Loved her. She's no longer with us, but I have some great stories about her.
She's right here, don't get
Yeah.
She is right here.
When she was about 87, Aunt Faye was about 5 feet tall, 90 pounds, soaking wet, Energizer rabbit woman who lived on cigarettes, caffeine, coffee, and Entenmann cakes somehow, I don't know. But everybody loved her. She lived in a 55 and over building in Daytona, and she was like the mayor of the place. She wasn't bossy like that, but everybody loved her. She was very giving and very funny. And I used to talk to her on the phone often. So I'm going to show you one of our conversations. This is me, this is Aunt Faye. You got it? Me, Aunt Faye. Now, Aunt Faye had a very strong Long Island accent. I'll try to see if I can conjure up a Long Island accent. I'll do my best. Aunt Faye, how you doing? How you doing, hon? What's new? Nothing much. How are you doing? Well, I gotta tell you something. There's this woman, Evelyn, in the building. I feel so sorry for her, I swear to God. Nobody likes her. Nobody. How come? Why don't they like her? Well, do you like her? First of all, do you like her? She's okay. But they don't like her because they say she's got the bipolar. Wow, that's too bad, Aunt Faye. That's too bad. I feel sorry for people with that, too. Oh, Jeanne, I got a very funny story to tell you. We go outside to smoke a cigarette and throw the bologna. And there's a bunch of us there. And there's this younger guy. His name's Robert. How old is Robert? 79. He's younger. Younger guy. He says to me, Faye, I want to go to bed with you. Jeanne, you there? Yeah, I'm here. Okay. He says, I want to go to bed with you. And I said, Robert, you got satin sheets? And he says, no, I don't have satin sheets. She says, I'm only going to do it on satin sheets. So a week goes by, I run into him. He says, Faye, come on, let's go. I said, Robert, did you get the sheets? He said, no. I told you, I'm only going to do it on satin sheets. Jeanne, 3 days ago, you're never going to believe what happened. Oh my God, I got the sheets? No, he died. But I put together a couple of songs. Actually, I stole this arrangement from Mark's solo CD. And these two songs kind of remind me, not kind of, they remind me of her outlook on life and some of the things that she taught me, and she taught me a lot of things. I've been known to do an impression of Julie Andrews from time to time. The problem with this impression is while I've performed it several times, and some of you have heard it, I've never done it sober, ever. I mean, like one time we went on a vacation to Cancun with our good friends, the Guillermos, and we went on the party boat, and it was cerveza, arriba, arriba. We had a great time. Then we had to take a bus back to the hotel, and I stood up on the bus, much to Alfred's dismay. How old were you, like 14? 14. Another maternal moment in my life. Stood up and led an entire bus of tourists in a Sound of Music sing-along. True story. The best was the little Mexican driver going, raindrops on the roses and whiskers on kittens. So I'll try this, but let's see.
It wasn't your fault.
Yeah, but you know what? It wasn't my fault. You know why? I was overserved. When Alfred was born, people would say to me, Alfred, that's not a very usual name. Where'd you get that name? Well, the first Alfred was my dad. my wonderful dad. His name was Alfred Joseph Angiulo, and he was the light of my life. That's the only way I could describe it.
And then down again.
He was kind of a little overprotective, as many Italian fathers were. I remember when I was really little, I remember him saying, and I didn't understand it, he'd go, Jeanne, when you can go to college when they build one in Massapequa. And I'd be little walking around, I'm going to Massapequa, you. I didn't know what it meant. He had a great sense of humor. At my wedding to Mark, when I danced with my dad, you know, the father-daughter dance, I said, Daddy, I love you so much. And he said, you always say that when you get married. True story. He was great. And then there was Mark's father was named Alfred too. And he was a great guy. Al Marino, oh my God, he was great. He had a smile that could light up a room, right? He was wonderful. He was very like, what do you call that?
Charismatic.
Yeah, he really was very supportive. And, you know, he'd say, you're a juggler? How wonderful that is. Just like whatever you did was great. He was a great man. I remember when we were engaged, Mark and I were engaged, I said to my father, I said, Dad, I'm really happy. I think Mark's parents like me. He said, like you? They love you. You're getting Mark out of their house. True story. So then when my little Alfred was born, oh my God, he was so cute. He was 4 years old, we take him to the beach, and he'd go, Mommy, can I get French fries at the concession stand? We didn't correct that right away, because it was too damn funny. But my favorite Alfred story of all, and I got permission from him to tell this story. He's about 9, driving in the car, going to his lesson. He goes, Mom, what's sex? I'm driving, I'm like, I felt like saying, I don't know. I said, well, I gave him the 9-year-old version. When you get older, like when you're about 30, and you get married, and you fall in love and you get married, and you and your wife, you sleep together naked and you kiss, and that's how you show each other how much you love each other. And I'm staring straight ahead at this point. And I hear, ew. I turn, I look at him. He had my wallet in his hand. He's looking at my license. He's asking me what sex is on the license. So from then on, he asked a question. I say, why do you ask? So Alfred, you are the namesake of 2 wonderful Alfreds. And if they were here, if they were still with us, I know they'd be very, very proud of the wonderful young man you've become. Almost over.
I hope so.
If you think you're going to have a midlife crisis, hire Madeline and turn it into a musical.